Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's game number 3 of 4 here at Toby's Tryhard Thursdays qualifier round 1. My name is Jorasar, and you will notice this is extremely green compared to the map you just saw, and that's because we are on sunny Erangel, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, a little bit enthusiastic with the camera controls there. As we hop into our next 2 games. Now, Team Liquid probably firmly in control of the leaderboard at the moment, a 5th and a 1st place, but getting a strong number of kills in both games. So they're doing very well. There is still a spot up for grabs to join them, and potentially a 2nd spot as well if the 3rd place team does particularly well. So we'll have to wait and see who ends up proving their worth in the next couple of games. We've got a 10 o'clock to a 4 o'clock plane path, so this is looking pretty chill. You guys will be pleased to know that most teams should be able to drop where they normally would want. Places that are a little bit far might include Yasnaya, but I would say most things end up being okay. What else have we got? Nexus, who have done quite well positionally actually in the last couple of games. We need to keep an eye on them. They could well be contenders for that 2nd place. And to be fair, they could be contenders for 1st place. Team Liquid could have 2 terrible games, and they might not be in the top 2. So Team Liquid are, I guess, expected to progress based on their pedigree, but that doesn't mean they have to. That doesn't mean they're going to. They've made a good start, though, and they've done well on Miramar, so we give them credit where it's due. Split Lips, for some reason, only have 2 people, and they're contesting Team Liquid and Pachinki. That's going to be interesting. First Circle, all the way out to the east. And we have Milta and Milta Power comfortably in. Nexus will also be pleased that they don't actually have to move across onto the main island immediately as well. Over in Ferry Pier and Quarry actually have 2 teams. The agent team just have this 1 compound. I'm surprised they're not a little bit more split. I wonder if they're actually going to get enough loot for all 4 of their players. But they're reasonably close to the meat grinders who have taken Ferry Pier itself. A lot of these buildings in Ferry Pier don't have that much loot, but in esports mode, we should get a strong amount of loot overall, I guess. It's just a bit more spread out. Very weird indeed, but hopefully they will be able to get out and get looted fine. YKT, not sure what happened there, but we're safe. That's all we need to know. Team Liquid are closing in. They're triangulating the positions of Split Lips right now, so I do think we have to take a look at what's going on. K-Mind, AKSLR. I never get loot this good when I drop Pachinki. By this point in the game, when I drop Pachinki, I've got an S686, a double barrel if I'm lucky, and a P92. That's what I've got, right? It ain't great. So, esports mode really makes a difference, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not salty at all, I promise. You might get to see me streaming some of my own games, but don't worry, today is not that day. I will not subject you to how terrible I am. Hellaway has been found. Oh, and Virias has also been found. Why don't you come and play, says Ibiza. Oh, that could end up being an excellent nade. Oh my goodness! That is an excellent nade, and Ibi will taste the fruits of success as we eliminate Split Lips in Pachinki very early on. Now, all of these teams are going to have to rotate in to the east side of Erangel. There should be enough room for everyone. I think the teams that are moving first are probably going to go quite deep. We might even see some people south of Mansion just move in. And then the teams that are moving later will probably end up taking edge, sort of to the west of Farm, are kind of the areas I am looking at the moment. So, quite a lot potentially going on. Don't really know what that random burst of gunfire was all about, but there's no one there, so I'm not going to check it out. We ride on board now with R&R. R&R are down to 2 players, and I'm afraid I'm not sure why. But they have got a buggy. They're comfortably moving out. And I guess they'll have first pick of a number of compounds that they can get. They might, however, run into El Profesor at this rate. They've got 3 vehicles, and they could end up effectively crashing into them. Are we going to see them make contact? They're still over there. No, the buggy of R&R seems to be safe for now. And who are they being shot at? They're actually being shot at by the winners of Game 1. That's BuffyBaF. Oh, no. Literally right on top of each other, unfortunately. And Benzito is going to go down. Instant smoke from R&R. Just trying to consolidate, and that's because we have Cold Blood very close by. And El Profesor are suddenly down to a single member. It looks like they lost one to the east. R&R looking like they're trying to dip. Cold Blood running to try and get a shot. However, it's only one member of the team. And yep, that's bait, ladies and gentlemen. Cold Blood and El Profesor are eliminated. R&R will successfully continue with both of their teams still alive. Very nice bait out of the smoke there. Nexus. Are Nexus bridge camping? Well, they've just come across, so that's a little bit harsh. They could stay there, but I think they know that nobody else went to Sosnovka Island with them, so they'll be fine. Team Liquid are now moving in 2 by 2. And in the meantime, we have the meat grinders just about avoiding YKT as they go along the coast, wanting to get further into the circle. That leaves YKT here as the Guardians of the Edge. INAT is not going to be able to do anything about that. And that is over near Miltaba. Oh, hang on a second. No, we're going to take a look at this. BuffyBaF has spotted R&R. Oh, looks like that's going to be pretty chill. Never mind. Team Liquid have got one of these compounds on the edge here. Is that triple? No. Sorry, I beg your pardon. So they've got this nice little cliff edge here next to the shack. Lots and lots of good high ground. And unless someone gets so close that they actually pop up from behind this ridge, you're generally safe. I don't think this is going to be their final destination, though. I think they're sitting here until they work out what the circle does next. I fully expect them to move again very shortly. Miikan knows that YKT are there, but realistically, this is not a position they want to be in. Ooh, actually getting taken for a little bit of a ride there by Team Agent, and they're quite far away, so possibly going to want to wait and rejoin the rest of their team. DeadButNotInside might be the team that are most interesting in terms of how they're going to rotate into circle. As you can see along this road are quite a few teams, so they might want to go further north. I'm a little surprised no one's gone south of Mansion or taken the museum or anything yet over here. But it looks like everybody is banking on a southern finish near farm, which is very, very interesting indeed. DeadButNotInside are just going to stop in just outside of the circle by the looks of things to heal up and do a little bit of scouting out, but they will have to move on soon. We have now got Miikan, including Maeyrikset, moving north and doing that northerly rotation I was talking about earlier, so we'll see how far they get and where they end up going. They could even go on the north side, south side, even a prison. Whoa! Next circle centers on Mini Milta. Everyone is going to have to send it. Team Liquid, no doubt, will be straight in their vehicles. In fact, pretty much half the server will be straight in their vehicles. This is going to be fun and a half, ladies and gentlemen. I also think either Jeems or Mixie are going to end up smack bang in the middle of this fight here. So we're going to go on board with Mixie now, who has a little bit more of a direct route to where he wants to go, for sure. But we'll be moving straight past BB. Looks out of the car. It doesn't look like shots are being fired at the moment. So they're going to be safe. Who else is rotating? Look at this. Everyone trying to get into center circle. Nexus have managed to snag themselves a really nice spot, actually. The Santa Clowns are in a superb position. This is really, really good. Right next to the south of Lumberyard, we've got Nice Try there as well. So these teams seem to have their pick of compounds. Nice Try and Santa Clowns will be relatively pleased with themselves. Actual Mini Milter doesn't have anyone in it at the moment. And Team Liquid looking like they're going to set up camp to the west of Lumberyard. What? Okay. Well, that is quite the rotation, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a team moving on to Military Island and back, not really wanting to brave this road, although most people have rotated out of it. I can understand the reason why, to be fair. Completely get it. They just want to be extra careful. There's no point accidentally having 2 cars burn, and then suddenly you're left with 1 player by the time it's Circle 3. You can't really play for any sort of position. I get that. Still no one taking Mini Milter. Everyone seems to be settling into their new positions. R&R have even settled in just to the north of Milter there. So things seem pretty peaceful. That massively long rotation that we saw Miikan make earlier is now starting to come to fruition. They're close to Lipovka. Oh, Mr. Expo maybe caught looking at the map there just a little bit. Smacks into a rock. Not ideal. Looking like it's all good, though. Swapping for a newer car, because this one obviously has been hit by a rock. The rock attacked first, I promise. And, oh, this is going to be fun. Agent team seem to be in charge of sending it. They've managed to get past R&R. They've just about got past Team Liquid. They're now looking at all of these teams to the south. There's no way that's not a death. Oh, Agent team getting absolutely smacked by the clowns, and that's Santa Clowns. Wow! I thought that vehicle explosion was going to kill these guys, but apparently not. The guns will instead. That is actually Meat Grinders, who managed to get that knock and kill, and out in the middle of nowhere, rotating late, still trying to go center. That's exactly what happens. They could have stayed on the edge, but they tried to get a good position, but sadly they were a little bit too late and got 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and probably 7th partied there. We have teams driving to Novo? They better hope there's a boat there, man. This is going to be very interesting indeed. For all they know, the boat might be taken. Urkan trying to squeeze some visibility out onto the coast. There is actually a boat by the pier. It hasn't been taken. So if they know where to look for it, and they will, we've got these set spawns, they will be able to grab that. They really had to focus, though, on making sure nobody was there. And YKT could gatekeep them. Oh, wouldn't this be delightful, waiting for them to get into the boat? Maybe parking up on land and trying to shoot the boat down. This could be absolutely massive for them. We're keeping an eye on that. You can see everyone getting into the boat. YKT knows that they're there. They're trying to get in position. Let's keep an eye on DeadButNotInside. They need to get a move on. Quick bit of healing before they move off. And now they're going to be chasing YKT. He should probably see the boat in front of him. Certainly once the blue zone is up, they'll spot it. I am sure. Do they go for the crate? They are. They're slowing down. And that gets them a Mark 14 for their efforts, to be fair. Urkan will be reasonably happy with that. YKT, meanwhile, have made it into circle. The next one, by the way, really hammering in on Milter power. We have R&R moving along the beach, but they're going to run straight into the meat grinder. Oh, dear. This buggy is very low. Very low indeed. Wow. TLB timing that to perfection. What about Kotek? Where is he going? Oh, nowhere fast by the looks of things. Irony managing to get the kill there. Competing with a third party, but Meat Grinder will be able to pick up that point. Now we've got TLB trying to fight for his life, but MBK will put an end to that. He actually did quite a lot of damage to El Conquistador, but the Meat Grinders will pull away with those kills, and all 4 of them are still alive. Now, DeadButNotInside are not actually following YKT, much to YKT's dismay. They're going to be going south along the cliffs. And, They will be within eyesight, though, of the meat grinders. Oh, dear. Already getting shot at by WoW. That's a nice initial hit from the M24. And I think DeadButNotInside have realized, you know what, guys? We can't actually stay on the cliffs and just do nothing. We probably have to get into circle sooner rather than later. Oof. So much damage being done. We need the smoke screen. DeadButNotInside are not having a fun time right now. Not at all. Snicks in the back. Urkan getting revived. Remember, he was the one who got the crate. He's got the Mark 14 on him, but that's no use if they can't get to within circle and get in cover. MBK actually moving a little bit closer to them, trying to gatekeep the hill they're trying to get to. Very aggressive from him there. Saying absolutely not, mate. Possibly... Well, no, actually, he's got a dip. I was going to say that might have been over-ambitious, but thanks to the terrain here, we can continue to force them out. MBK does have to be very careful. If he gets down, his team will not be able to res him. And WoW actually has just been knocked as well, so suddenly their priorities lie elsewhere as they're getting third party. This might give DeadButNotInside enough time to get onto the hill. MBK gets Snicks. And DeadButNotInside continues to rotate further south. It's not going to help them, though, as far as the circle is concerned. El Conquerador is now coming to help out MBK. Snicks has been left for dead. Or left for DeadButNotInside. Depending on how you want to look at it. And the meat grinders have decided, you know what? We could try and take this fight, but ultimately we just need to get to circle. And simply going to the edge and taking the compound there is a relatively safe bet because everyone will have moved further in. Team Liquid now to the east side of Lumberyard and actually closing up on another team. That's pretty big. We'll look at that fight in a second, though, because DeadButNotInside have come up around the back of YKT. This is almost the reverse third party we were talking about earlier on, but Nexus are actually taking them first, unfortunately. Zero Cole is the only player left alive now for YKT. Coming up onto Mini Milter. There's a little bit of a dip inside the circle, but I'm not sure it's quite enough for him to remain unseen from anyone on the roof of Mini Milter. And Nexus, yeah, going to be taking shots against him now. They know exactly where Zero Cole is, unfortunately. Thought he was going to take the buggy for a second there. DeadButNotInside eliminated. That's Nexus taking them out. And now we rejoin Team Liquid. Finishing Miaslavski of Miikan, and Usbam is just going to run away to the other side of Lumberyard. So that is relatively safe, at least for now. Zero Cole is on the outside wall of Mini Milter, where Nexus still have all four of their players alive. Team Liquid are going to hope that the circle stays north of this road. If it does, they should be in a good position. If it doesn't, their next rotation is going to be rough indeed. Irony, WoW, and Co. have successfully won the battle for the south side of the circle. But the question becomes, what next for them? Nice try, still a good position in the middle. They've got eyes on most of the teams left in the game, provided they move out of their compounds and are in the open. Let's not forget BB as well, who have done quite well. Zero Cole spotting Skinny on the outside wall and taking him out quickly. But that's a 1v3. Hard shift to the right-hand side. Liquid are safe. In fact, pretty much everyone is safe, with the exception of the meat grinders, who have to work out where on earth they rotate to next. There is basically no rotation that involves them not running through several other teams at this point, so that is going to be rather rough. Remains to be seen how they're going to do that. Zero Cole is now coming up against the entirety of Nexus. And Seba will get the final hit. Ooh, need to be careful. Friendly fire on that grenade. But Seba manages to get back in time. Nexus now with 4 kills to their name. They've got 3 players left alive as we approach the 20-minute mark of this game. Meat grinders are sending it, and they're sending it to Mini Milter. Nexus are not done with their work yet. Oh my, MBK rushing out. That car is on fire, and so is MBK. Insta-heal having to come on. Nexus rushing straight back into the building, saying we need to make sure we have this position covered, and they do. Another crate coming down. And because of how hilly the terrain is, someone might actually be able to loot that, but it will take a little bit of time. Team Liquid keeping their options open. And I like that Mexi is still up top, by the way, looking for people who are rotating around. They're very good at not getting backstabbed, essentially. And it's exactly this kind of play that a lot of teams do, but Team Liquid do just quite well. And it's unsurprising, given their position and how well they are doing with their position on the top of the leaderboard. So, Yusbaum not really wanting to come back in. And I don't blame him for it. BuffyBaF. They've had an eventful game, actually, to be fair. We maybe should have been spectating them a little bit more. They've got 3 kills and all 4 still alive. These guys are genuine contenders to make it to round 2. And they are proving their worth by deed at the moment. Wow. And that's the Santa Clowns unleashing a couple of shots against BuffyBaF. There's absolutely no intention from Yusbaum to fight at the moment. The Meat Grinders now coming under attack from Nexus. They will know it is not possible for them to move into Mini Milta. Not without seriously exposing themselves anyway. And this is going to create problems for them. MBK goes down, and that's separate to the Santa Clowns. Ooh, a big shift straight up, and K-Mind has now decided that this is the time for Team Liquid to send it center. This is actually a really good little mini hill for them to deal with, because they don't have to deal with these 2 compounds. There's plenty of sight, but he can just focus on the guys coming out of the blues. I like it. However, the best position probably has to go to Nice Try. They have solid cover. They're in the biggest houses that are still inside circle. I'm very curious to see how Mini Milta is going to resolve. These guys over on the west will be able to come in. That should be fine. Oopsie daisy. Oh, and he just caught looking the wrong way there, unfortunately. Wow, the other side of the broken wall. Might be able to see 1440, but 1440 opting instead to rejoin the rest of his teammates. He's got a dasher parked inside Mini Power. And he said, we're not going to compromise our position just to get that last kill. We're going to go ahead and move out. So Nexus are making way. They're having to contest these compounds, though, and this is going to be tasty indeed. Wow. Absolutely rushing to the Wizard Tower. He gets there just before Chin of the Santa Clowns, but it's actually Nice Try that's hitting them at the moment. Chin down to 1 HP, and will be very thankful for the opportunity to go into this little building and heal. Team Liquid are splitting 2-2 again. Nexus was looking at the possibility of grabbing these blues. Nuh-uh, Team Liquid have got them now. Now, Santa Clowns do not know, I think, that the Meat Grinders are a single person inside that Wizard Tower. I think Chinch will work that out soon, because there's no one actually peeking the window up top. So that might give him a little bit of opportunity to chuck in a nade. Second nade? Oh, I thought that was a second nade. It wasn't. A second nade would probably have killed him. Oh me, oh my. So they know they can be a little bit aggressive now. The guys from Nice Try don't necessarily know this just yet. Nexus, though, in the meantime, are in the middle of fighting, so let's go ahead and join them. Ibby getting him from across the road and then going for a big flank, spotting him prone. That's worth the down. So Saba scouting out the compound and finding out the hard way that unfortunately it is occupied. Next circle is about to reveal itself. Let's go ahead and take a look. Big oof for the teams on the south side, but okay for Team Liquid. Okay for Nice Try. A lot of people have been spotted by them, but they're not really in the process of getting the kills just yet. Jeems and Mexi actually going around the west side and giving BuffyBaF a little bit of a run for their money. Yoka has gone down, so they will know something is up. The Santa Clowns are looking to sandwich them from the other side, so BB could be in a lot of trouble here. All of them have to move further into the circle. Mexi and Jeems also have to move in. They're not in at the moment. The rest of the team are, but they're not. And the Santa Clowns have to move towards Nice Try or move towards BB. Not the greatest position, I have to say. Not at all. 1440 is actually joined where Seba is. And is on the lookout for Ibby, who spots him first. Gets the first bit of damage in, and wow, nice spray on the M4 there. That's not Nexus out, though. Fixie is still here. He's going to try and absolutely send it in this dasher. But it's starting to get extremely low on hit points. That's Ibby taking him out, and that's Nexus Rising, eliminated from the game. Team Liquid now have the northern part of the circle to themselves. Mission accomplished from that point of view. Absolutely slaughtered in the middle, RBB here, though, and they are still outside of the circle. This rock has proven very difficult indeed. That second nade is good. So Wien goes down, and Jeems absolutely annihilating everyone right now. They're up to 10 kills so far with 4 alive. Can somebody stop them? You know what? This compound might allow us to stop them, but it really depends on what they end up doing later on. Santa Clown's now down to 1 person alive. Tsiki, Blessed, and Nazgel, pardon me, are both down. Not out yet, but are going to be, thanks to the circle. There is no way Zeki will be able to reach them, unfortunately. A Nice Try are now right next to him. He's just spamming the first aid kits, hoping they think, well, we've naded that position several times already. There's no way there can be someone there. But in fact, there is. Unfortunately, the circle is going to be contracting again in 40 seconds, and Zeki will not have a lot of room to breathe. Additionally, Nice Try know that he's here. Team Liquid are going to profit from Nice Try coming out of the compound as well, though. So maybe they are now in pole position to win this game. They're up to 12 kills and looking to try and put a seal on finishing top 2 in this group. I think, frankly, if they win this game with the number of kills they have, I'm pretty sure they would all but mathematically seal top 2. They still have to do it, though. The job is not done yet. We are approaching the 28th minute of this game. This is game number 3 of 4, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Toby's Tryhard Thursdays. I'm Jorisar, and we have 3 teams remaining. Nice Try. Swarming all over Tiki. Stark will go down as tribute, but should be able to get insta-rezzed if we're quick about it. The circle is approaching, but not quite fast enough. Team Liquid, in the meantime, are closing in. They're saying, you know what? You guys have to move towards us. You have to move out of your compound. We fought you while you were close to the edge of circle. We have the better position. They absolutely do. Jeems finds the third knock. Is Ibby going to find the last one? It's Zah over on the left-hand side. Choosing to move to the other side now, though, and it could be Mexi who gets this kill. It is indeed. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Team Liquid with 16 kills. Makes it back-to-back victories and all but cements their position going into round number 2.